Alright, we back. It's your boy Clips the General. Welcome back to the channel. And today we got another video from Dr. Insanity. Judging by the title of this video, looks like a female CEO got into some shit because you was trying to give away that, you know what I mean? If you catch my drift. She was caught trying to seduce inmates and all that, which is insane to me. You fucking on inmates for what? All these free men in the world. Tripping. But anyway, before we get into it, you already know I'm gonna need you to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good shit, man. But without further ado, let's get into it.
This is Charlene O'Banion, a prison officer being accused of sleeping with an inmate.
You felt me, I was like soaking through my clothes.
After hearing rumors from other officers that had seen her and Jason Parker together, an investigation was opened up. Charlene thinks she flew under the radar and got away, but what she doesn't know is that the detectives have all the evidence they need, and they're about to expose and embarrass her in the most brutal way possible.
You got a lot of ass head game.
Hey! My God. Hey, Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Oh my God.
Right from the start, Charlene plays innocent and pretends she doesn't know anything about the allegations.
We're notified of a possible...
Are you fucking shitting me? First of all, you work in a prison. You know these fucking phone calls are recorded, monitored, all of that shit. You work there. You fucking work there.
Well, no shit.
Yo, some people just slow.
improper relationship between you and Jacob Parker. So we're here for that, and I just kind of want to talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
No.
You lying?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Really?
Charlene is sure that this will work, but the detectives have much more evidence than they're letting on.
And where would you think that this allegation would come from if there's nothing to it?
Well, I had a feeling this was coming. So there was an inmate named Coker, Justin Coker.
Okay.
He got out of here for, I don't know what period of time. And he tried to contact me on Facebook. He sent me a message and I blocked him on Facebook. And I guess one time Parker was going back to Bequat to use the bathroom and he was talking like at the window with me. Mm-hmm. And I guess Coker like didn't like that, which I had no contact with him or anything. And Parker had told me that he had gone up to him and was like, don't talk to her or something crazy like that.
So I'm
stupid. Hey, stupid. The calls are recorded. They're recorded. They're recorded. What are you talking about? How does she not know that?
not trying to be rude here. I'm just...
Yeah.
Why would you expect this conversation to come up from that? Like now, if that happened a few months ago.
Charlene claims that the only time she's had contact with Jason was a single time outside the jail bathroom, and it was a jealous inmate that started the rumor. But the detective is about to share some evidence that instantly proves that Charlene is hiding something.
I don't know exactly how it started, like who it started from, but I was told that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls. And there's jail calls between you and Parker.
Oh shit, not good.
And all that stuff's recorded. So I don't think you're being completely truthful. Well, I kind of know that you're not. And I'm not trying to be rude when I say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kind of trying to lay it out on the table for you. Mm-hmm. So can you kind of tell me what's going on here?
I guess a few years ago, we talked, and then I ended up here, and then he ended up here. I didn't know he was here. I didn't, it wasn't anything like that. And
Apparently, Charlene and Jason knew each other before prison and messed around before they both ended up here. This led to them joking around with each other here, but nothing else. Or at least, that's what she claims. In reality, the cops have recorded phone calls from inside the prison that tell a completely different story.
Gotcha, bitch!
So what about some of these phone conversations?
no, not here or the phone. I thought.
No,
you were
I just
talking
mean
about phone.
conversations y'all are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like sexual?
Well, I'm not saying having phone sex, talking about sexual acts. From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him oral sex at some point, is what I gather from these calls.
Stop lying. You gave that man some neck.
Was like in the world, but we never dated. We just.
Okay. What kind of conversations have you had with him since you started working here and he's been in the jail?
I don't know, just talking about what would happen after he got out.
And then the jail call recordings, have you been talking to him like while you're at home? Like he calls you from the jail while you're at home, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just 15 minutes into this interrogation, Charlene's original story is seeming less and less like the truth. She's been caught in multiple lies, admitted to having sexual relations with Jason in the past, and calling him regularly from her own home.
I don't understand the point of lying. Once they pull you in there and they start telling you, and they ask you about this person, obviously they know something. If you know you've been speaking to this man on the phone, you work in the jail, you know these calls are recorded. Why lie? For what? You benefit nothing from it. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. You can't prevent what's about to happen. Pardon me. You cannot prevent what is about to happen. They got everything they need. You might as well just come out and say it, fam. Jumping through the hoops and trying to wiggle your way out, shit ain't gonna work.
This is highly irregular behavior for a prison officer, and it doesn't take a genius to realize something deeper may be going on. But the detective has some more questions pertaining to some more physical evidence.
I haven't listened to this, but apparently there may be some talk in the calls about like photographs. Have you given him any photographs?
Mm-mm.
Oh shit.
I gave him a photograph of his mom, which she had asked for, and of his dog, Jax.
I don't believe you. What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you given him any photographs of you?
Mm-mm.
Bullshit.
No,
So one of the things we're going to be doing is like looking at cameras and stuff too. Has there been any times where y'all were alone?
Mm-mm.
Or you go out of camera view or anything like that? Anything that's going to look suspicious that way?
I don't think so.
It's important to remember that Charlene has worked at this prison for a while now, and as such will know all the ins and outs of everything such as security camera blind spots and patrol officer schedules. You'd think that with all this knowledge, it'd be easy to hide a relationship with an inmate. But it seems that she forgot about a few vital pieces of information. Not least the facts that all phone calls placed from the prison are recorded. But thanks to the detectives,
Goofball.
she's about to be reminded of this fact in a devastating way.
Hey, baby.
Go back.
Baby, guess what?
What, babe?
I just won the blackjack game.
Yay.
I just won $30.
I got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. Just trying to make you think I have all these secret things.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
What?
What? What do you mean?
So you pretty much had a relationship. Like you wasn't. That's not like y'all was in a full blown relationship. Granted, I get it that you said that she says she knew him prior to him being arrested and prior to her working there. But that shit is irrelevant. Once he came into this prison, it's quiet, fam. Like, why would you throw all that shit away? You've been working here for years, so I'm pretty sure you have some type of status within this facility. You dig what I'm saying? You probably have a great rapport with, you know what I'm saying, your staff and all of that type of shit. Nobody works somewhere for years and just, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to say hates it, but I can't see somebody working somewhere for years and then just throwing it away like that. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm like thinking too logically in this shit. Like, you know for a fact, you get caught, you going to jail. So, I don't get it.
Bro, you probably got this weird sex swing hanging from the ceiling. Candace probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that sex swing, you better believe I'd leave that sucker up for you.
Would you really?
Hell yeah!
Nasty bitch.
You'd let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag bar and everything?
Yeah, babe.
Listening to your own voice can be bad enough for some people, but listening to your own sexual phone calls in silence with two detectives in the room as you realize you've just been caught red-handed has got to be worse than any prison sentence there is. However, with the language they've used so far, there's no evidence that the pair have actually engaged in any sexual acts.
But wait! There's more!
But that changes quickly as Jason begins to directly incriminate Charlene on the call.
I just want you to look at me sometimes and be like, damn, my woman's fine.
Fine as wine.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a live ass fucking head game. Oh my god.
It wasn't my best moments. I was just trying to get it done.
Meh. Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that because it makes me so horny. Like just going back and thinking about that.
It gets you horny?
Oh yeah. When you felt me, I was like soaking through my clothes. You get very horny very easy. I always want to have sex.
Good.
Like that's not even.
Not good.
I mean, it's not like I just like look at someone. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so fucking horny. No, like of course, like I only get horny for you.
Right.
Yo. Like, you really thought nobody would ever hear this? Like, you really thought sitting on a fucking prison call was the smart thing to do? And you fucking worked there. So you know for a fact this shit is being recorded. Like, you know it's being recorded. That's the part I don't get. You know this shit is being recorded. That shit is so wild to me. And it's crazy that it's crazy. Out of all of the people on this planet, you decided to fuck up your life for a motherfucker that's actively in prison. I don't understand it. And clearly he didn't give a fuck about you. That's a fact. He didn't give a fuck about you. Because if he did give a fuck about you, he'd have said it like, nah, if we're gonna do something, it gotta be after I get out of here, because I know you can lose everything. A motherfucker that really give a fuck about you, they ain't even gonna put you in that position. I swear, some people just don't fucking think, bro. Some people just don't fucking think, man. It's mind-boggling.
Sounds from like my point of view, like a more recent thing than 3 years ago. No?
The audacity she has to say no after hearing that phone call is truly remarkable. But to her credit, she's not going down easily. The detectives try asking her if she thinks Jason would cover for her, and she still doesn't break, sticking to her story that everything that happened outside of prison. Technically, this story could still be true with this phone call, but it definitely is odd for the couple to be recounting events from over 3 years ago in such detail, especially when earlier she struggled to remember any details about their relationship.
You talk about how profound this was, like just giving him this blowjob was, but you like don't remember anything about it. It's like telling me something, but you're having trouble coming up with details about it. You know what I mean? Like if it's that profound.
I mean, I gave him a blowjob. How do you describe a blowjob? I mean, is that?
Well,
what
I
you
want to know like about the blowjob. I'm just so if this is a factual thing that happened 3 years ago, I feel like you would kind of remember some stuff about it. Like
I mean, like we said in the car, you know.
Like when I asked you who was there, him of course, like when y'all met or whatever, and then when I asked like who else, you said it was like a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
But like you can remember one chick's name after you think about it for 30 seconds. So that's not making sense to me.
You seem to have blanks in your memory when we get to certain details, but you remember being groped in the blowjob from 3 years ago. I find that hard to believe.
Sensational.
Okay? This is your one chance to be honest with us.
Yes.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping, blowjobs, vaginal, anal sex, anything, hand jobs? Yes, I am being vulgar to get a point across.
Yeah, no, it's not. None of that.
Just as the detectives say, things really aren't adding up. Yet she's still sticking to her story. Or at least she was, before a switch flipped and she said this.
And what is it?
I might have given him a blowjob in the back part of the
In the back part of the quad? Okay. Mm-hmm. How long ago was that?
I don't know, a few months ago.
The secret's out, and Charlene has confessed.
Exactly.
But this matter is more complex than it may seem. In cases of officer-inmate relations, the main question that arises is the issue of consent. Given that Jason and Charlene knew each other prior to being in prison, it's not wrong to assume that consent went both ways in this interaction. However, in these cases, that's actually completely irrelevant. According to a 2005 report, federal law criminalizes all sexual relations and contact between prison staff and inmates, and that all sexual relations between staff and inmates are considered abuse, even if the act would have been considered consensual if it occurred outside of a prison. This is because of the huge amount of inmate abuse that was observed in prisons. In 1996, it was estimated that between 12 and 14% of all prison inmates had been sexually assaulted, and the officers were rarely punished. So to prevent this, a zero-tolerance policy was introduced to try and prevent abuse towards inmates. A policy, it seems, that Charlene completely ignored.
She's
cooked. But I feel like I know the answer. I'm losing my job.
Yes.
So that's not really up to me. Internal Affairs is aware. Investigation is separate from ours because it's two totally different things.
Stop lying to this bitch.
What kind of charges would, like...
So it's illegal to have sexual contact with an inmate as an employee. So, I said the ball kind of be in their court, but I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
I mean...
But you are going to jail.
That's up to the DA's office.
As it turns out, Charlene would lose her job, and the only time she'd ever be allowed back in jail would be for the 100 days that she'd be made to serve after being found guilty of sexual activity with a person in custody.
That's wild. That's wild. That's wild, son. That is wild. It's crazy that she only got 100 days though, because I'm pretty sure I've seen situations where men got more time than that. Like male officers, like male COs. I could be wrong, but for some reason, I'm thinking like I've heard of male COs getting way more time. But she's slow. Like she's slow. How do you work in a prison and not understand and not know all those phone calls are recorded? Like, you know those phone calls are recorded. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you know everything in that motherfucker is monitored. Everything. Like, man, she's slow. She's slow as hell, man. She is slow as hell. But anyway, man, that's the video for the day. Appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. And I know I fucked up and I missed the video yesterday, but, you know, life happens. You know what I mean? I coach football and I coach high school football. I'm actively in college right now. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot going on. I'm also a dad, you know what I'm saying? I got a fiance, got a family. A lot of shit going on. But anyway, man, Appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. Before you go, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of that good shit, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one.